How to overcome fear and anxiety. So some reflexology tips. Now, reflexology, you're not going to drastically overcome all your fears and anxiety with a reflexology session, but with regular reflexology sessions, you're definitely going to reduce your anxiety, reduce your fears by just calming down your parasympathetic nervous system. And I'll go on to show you a couple of things that you can do if you've had reflexology and what you can do at home. So reflexology points. Now there's quite a few reflexology points that you can use to help with your anxiety, but I've just circled out 3 of the main ones. So your pituitary gland, which is in the big toe, it's also in your thumb, your heart area, and your solar plexus. So reflexology can bring about a sense of peace, connection to your body, shifting the brainwave patterns into a deeper consciousness where the body can most effectively heal itself. So the pituitary gland is a small endocrine gland at the base of the brain that regulates growth and development, stimulates the hormone production, and aids in various bodily functions like sleep, your mood, and stress responses. And it also stimulates organs and glands to secrete hormones for sexual function and reproduction. So this is a great gland. This is a good point to stimulate for reducing any sort of anxiety symptoms. So what you want to do as a reflexologist, your technique will be to thumb walk the entire thumb because you want to cover all the points. And then when you want to do the cover your pituitary, you can use your hook and back up technique. And I would probably spend about a minute on this if somebody's coming to me with anxiety, or you can use your tools. So sometimes your tools might just pinpoint the specific point and you can really get in there. Just watch you don't go too hard or too soft, but always engage with the client when you're doing that anyway. And also the tools are great. If you've been doing a lot of reflexology sessions during the day, it is a great way of saving your thumbs from any sort of pain. So next one we're going to cover is your solar plexus. So your solar plexus in your foot, you'll see, if you're a reflexologist, you'll know where this is, and it's just along like the diaphragm in the centre. And this is a nice one that we use when we're beginning and ending a reflexology session, just as a way of calming the person and when they first come in, because somebody might come in and they're stressed out, they may not have been to you before, so they might be a little bit more anxious. So this is a nice one to sort of circle around for about 30 seconds, and then a great way just to end it, and then your client knows, oh, that's the reflexology way to come to an end, and it just gives that sense of relaxation as well. So another great one would be the heart area. So again, you can pinpoint these when you're doing your full reflexology session. So your heart area stores your emotions. So if you're stressed, you're anxious, it could be a number of things that your client is coming to you for. They could be anxious because of grief, or anxious just because they're anxious, but that will affect the heart area. So stimulating that area, and then maybe telling your client just to breathe deeply while you're doing it. You can also tell them where that area is and let them do the self-care when they get home, because it's all well and good to go for reflexology, but one reflexology session is going to make you feel great, but it's not going to cure your anxiety. So what you would need to do is do your self-care at home in between your reflexology sessions. And I would definitely advise to get regular sessions. If you're suffering in the beginning with with anxiety, I would definitely get weekly sessions for at least 6 weeks and do self-care in your home at the same time. So do your breathing, use these reflexology techniques as well. Yeah, so that was my little bit of advice. I've got a little friend here today because she's just come into our life 2 days ago and isn't leaving my side. So we just thought this is a great way as well, I suppose, to relieve any sort of anxiety, I suppose. Although maybe not at night time. So I hope that might help with your reflexology